Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to save, invest and grow your salary so that you reach financial independence at an early age. Now, reaching financial independence at an early age is something that I strive for personally. It's one of my goals in life. Financial independence is basically a stage that you reach where you don't really have to work in order to sustain your lifestyle, meaning you have enough of money saved or have enough of money coming in through passive sources of income or investments that you can sustain your expenses just on basis of that. Becoming financially independent is simple, but it also requires a lot of discipline. So you have to start early and then you have to stay consistent. All right. So I've laid down 5 ways in which you should be spending your money, be it something that you're making through a business or maybe you're a salaried employee. In either case, I think you should definitely consider these 5 things. All right. Now, this is not going to be in any order, but the first one is something that I really would stress on, and which is to settle your debt. All right. Now, debt is basically something that when you owe money to someone, you are in debt. All right. Now, I would say even if you have a sum of money to invest, you should first clear off your debt, because the rate of interest that you usually owe people on your debt is usually more than the rate of interest that an investment will fetch you on an average. All right. So it is always wise to first of all clear your debt and then you can proceed to invest. The second way is having automated investments. So what that refers to is basically stuff like SIPs and recurring deposits, where your bank account has been given standing instructions to debit certain amount of money from your account every single month towards an investment, right? What I personally like to do, and what I would suggest to you folks as well, is that you schedule a date of investment very close to when you get your salary credited. So let's say that I get my salary on 25th of every month, so I would schedule either the 26th or maybe the 27th. So this helps you build a lot of discipline, as compared to, let's say, if I had scheduled the 15th of every month for the investment to be debited, and in between, if I go like, okay, I have this expense to meet, and so I'll let my investment bounce this month, and then the next one onwards I'll stay consistent. Now this is very wrong, because in this way you're breaking a chain of investment and discipline. So yeah, automated investments is something that you should look into. Okay, number 3 is investing back into your business or investing into yourself. If you are a person who owns a business, then you could take out certain profit from that business and invest it back into it so that you can generate even more cash flow in the future. And if you're a paid salaried employee, then you should be investing into yourself, right? I have been talking about this in my previous videos as well, because I really think it's one of the best investments that you can make. What I mean by investing into yourself is you could be investing into books, courses and seminars, whatever that adds value to your life, because you need to understand you are your best asset, and the fact that you are adding value to your life will actually help you a lot in the future. Number 4 is creating an emergency fund. What I mean by an emergency fund is having certain amount of money saved in a contingency fund, which is easy to liquidate in times of an emergency situation. All right. If you watch my last video where I discuss my bank account, I basically show you my bank account with full transparency and the deposits that I hold inside it. You would notice that I actually have 2 contingency funds going on, which is basically me saving money for a rainy day. So in case, God forbid, if let's say you lose your job or something, or if your business runs out of profit, then you can definitely dive into these funds and sustain yourself for a few months. Ideally, you should have at least 4 to 6 months worth of expenses in your emergency fund. Number 5 is active investment decisions. So we spoke about automated investments in the second point. Now, active investments would be you investing into different avenues such as equity shares or precious metals or any other sources of investment that you may fancy, depending on your choice. So this is also something that you should be diversifying into. Okay, so apart from these 5 ways, there's also something very important that I need to talk about. Now, this is not something that would contribute towards your financial independence, but it is something that you should be putting your money towards nonetheless, and that is basically donating to a cause of your choice. Now, in spirit of honesty, I do not donate every single month, but what I like to do is every start of the year, 2nd of Jan, especially because that's my birthday, what I do is I go to a local old age home and I give back whatever I can. So I really think that everyone should be giving back to the society as much as they can. So that's about it. These are the things that I think you should be spending your money towards once you get your salary. If you're aiming for financial independence, you have to be very smart, wise, disciplined and frugal with your money. All right. So if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. I promise I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.